All right, good morning, everyone. Today's spread is called the spread for activating your higher wisdom. So we're going to pick from these 4 different tarot cards, tarot decks, and these crystals. So the first pile here, this first deck is the Sun tarot deck, the gold tarot deck with the pyrite crystal. Okay. The second one is one of my new tarot decks that was given to me by a good friend, dear friend. And this is the Luna Soleil tarot deck, and this is the Russian astrophyllite crystal. And then the Wild Unknown that was given to me from a friend, very, very dear, very old friend for my birthday, and it's called the Wild Unknown Tarot, and it's the black kyanite crystal. And then we have the Moon blue purple deck with the amethyst. All right, we're going to open the energy, let you pick your deck / crystal that you want to use or hear from in order to activate your higher wisdom. Okay, here we go. All right, that was a very short tone, wasn't it? Okay, you guys can pause the video if you wish to continue choosing the deck if you haven't done that yet. But I'm going to get started with my deck, my first deck with the pyrite crystal. And we're going to shuffle. And there we go. We've got 2 cards right away. And we're doing the spread for higher activation, for activating your higher wisdom. Okay. So we got 2 cards immediately. Let's see what else we have. We have, the other 3 cards now. They go this way from the top. Okay. All right. So the first card is, how can I better manage the blocks preventing me from accessing my higher wisdom? Okay, so the blocks that are preventing you from accessing your higher wisdom are, it's basically lack consciousness. It's like a hoarding mentality. It's a habit of hoarding, being in lack consciousness, being fearful of that there's not enough, okay, that you don't have a strong enough foundation in the physical world, either not enough financial resources, not enough love, not enough, other physical resources, whatever it is. It's this belief in not having enough and not being enough, because when we don't believe we have enough, it's because we don't believe we are enough, I'm hearing. So yeah, so that's blocking your higher wisdom. Okay, so you need to manage this belief system of not enough. Okay, you need to work on, I hear, do a gratitude practice. Gratitude practice is excellent for shifting that mindset of not enough. Okay, it's interesting because we have the pyrite, so that makes sense for you guys. Okay, what action can you take to tap into your higher wisdom on a daily basis? Yes. Okay, so this is the Strength card as well as the Ace of Wands. So have courage. This is about having courage to move forward, to embrace the opportunities that come to you every day, to move you forward. Okay, so have the courage, have the strength, okay, to embrace those opportunities. They're sending you opportunities every day to move you forward, to give you more and more opportunities to tap into your higher wisdom. You just have to have the courage to receive them, to embrace them. Okay. All right. Number 3 is, when do I most naturally tap into my higher wisdom? So when do you most, when you're loving, when you're self-loving, which is the 6 of Cups, and when you're loving, this is the Lover's card as well. So when you're loving yourself and when you're loving others, that's when you tap into your higher wisdom naturally. All right? When you focus on love and not on lack. Okay? That's so clear. So how might you facilitate a steady and effortless flow of higher wisdom? By going within. This is the Hermit card, okay? So that means by going within, okay? And then this is the Nine of Pentacles, which is fulfillment on the physical level, right? So what you don't believe in here, this is having enough. This is being fulfilled on the physical level. So whether that's financial or love, relationships, whatever resources on the physical level that you need and want, being completely fulfilled there, okay? So you can facilitate this endless flow, effortless flow of higher wisdom by checking in with yourself, going within, meditating, doing something meditative to connect with your inner self every day, okay, every moment. Just be present with yourself is what I'm hearing, with your inner guide, with your inner wisdom. It's your inner wisdom that is your higher wisdom, right? So just seek it, go within, find it, right? And when you do that, you will have fulfillment on the material, physical realm. But remember that you most naturally tap into your higher wisdom when you're focused on self-love and loving others, not on this physical plane, okay? Have the courage to embrace every opportunity they send your way to access your higher wisdom, all right? So what breakthrough might you experience soon in the near future to signal an abundance of higher wisdom? You'll release the burdens. Look at that. You will let go of the belief that you're burdened, that you lack, okay, that there's a lack, that you're burdened in some way, that there's you'll release. You will not feel burdened anymore. You won't feel burdened by this thought that there's not enough, okay, that you're not enough, that there's not enough. You'll release that. It might be a financial burden that gets released, which would be amazing, right? I think for some of you it's financial because we have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Pyrite, right? So it might be a financial burden that releases, that is relieved, and that's going to indicate to you that you are living in this space of your higher wisdom. Okay, that's going to indicate an abundance of higher wisdom, because when you have an abundance of higher wisdom, you have an abundance of all. Love, security, financial, physical world, courage, you have it all, right? You'll have all of this. This is financial security. This is courage, strength, opportunities to move forward continuously, love, self-love, and love of others. And this is fulfillment on the physical world and inner guidance, inner awareness, inner peace. So yeah, when you have an abundance of higher wisdom, you will notice that this burden, whatever it is that you carry, this burden that you carry, will be relieved. And that's going to indicate to you that you've achieved tapping into your higher wisdom, activating your higher wisdom. All right. That's your reading. So you guys go have a great day, and I hope that helps in some way. All right. Pile number 2 with the Russian astrophyllite. This crystal is related to your soul's purpose and accelerating that, your connection with that, and your following of the path with that. So we're looking for 4 cards here. I hear it's the top cards that came out. So we have 4 cards and then the 1. Okay. So they're a little bit bigger than the last ones. I'm going to put those 2 up here, here, and here. So the first card indicates, how can you better manage the blocks that are preventing you from accessing your higher wisdom? Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna stay reversed. This kind of picks up from the last one, so you might want to watch the first deck as well, the Gold Sun deck, because this kind of picks up where it left off. So release any burdens that you feel you have, financial burdens, physical burdens of any sort, relationships that feel like a burden. Release this idea that you're burdened, okay? Because that is what blocks your higher wisdom, is this idea that you're burdened in some way. Okay, so you need to release that belief. All right? What action can you take to tap into your higher wisdom on a daily basis? The Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands typically represents leaving a situation when it's upright, leaving a situation, moving on from a situation, like there's nothing left for me here and moving on from it. So this is reversed. So I'm going to say the action you can take to tap into your higher wisdom on a daily basis is staying put, not running away from it all the time, okay? Being still, that's what I'm hearing, being still, being present and still in the moment, in the, just in whatever it is that you're in. And you'll be able to do that easier when you don't see whatever it is that you're in, the moment, the relationship, the experience, whatever it is, as a burden, right? So if you release this, seeing it as a burden, you'll be able to stay in it and be present in it and be still in it. And that's going to help you to tap into your higher wisdom, okay? So stop running away from everything, is what I'm hearing for you guys. All right, sorry, that's just what I'm hearing. So when do I most naturally tap into my higher wisdom? Is this card? Oh, you've got them all upside down. It's so interesting. All in reverse. Seven of Wands. Okay. So the Seven of Wands, I just want to be clear on this. So I'm going to, here, go to the book so I'm clear, because it is Wands, right? Seven of Wands, not swords. The Seven of Wands reversed. Let's look at that. Okay. Yeah. All right, I got it. So the Seven of Wands reversed means when you're not being defensive, okay? So you're you naturally tap into your higher wisdom naturally. You most naturally tap into your higher wisdom when you're not being defensive, okay? Which makes sense with this, when you're not being defensive, so you're not running away and you're not feeling burdened by everything, right? So when you're not being defensive, you need to let your guard down. You need to let your defense down. You need to shift. When your guard is down and you're not being defensive, you naturally tap into your higher wisdom, okay? I hope that makes sense. So how might you facilitate a steady and effortless flow of higher wisdom? Finally, one that is upright, and it's all wands, right? You're all wands, so it's all about moving forward. It's all about willpower. It's all about transformation for you guys. To facilitate a steady and effortless flow of higher wisdom, what I'm seeing here, this is unusual. This is not what I usually see or know about the Five of Wands, but I'm seeing. Know that the universe is conspiring to help you, okay? This is almost like a puppeting hand, right? But this is like a constellation there. And then this is the shadow of this. Could be the sun, it could be the earth, it could be the moon, whatever it is, but this is the shadow, right? So the universe is shining light on that for you, is helping. It reminds me of a different card in a different deck of, that where the hand is doing this, and the meaning of that card is that the universe conspires to help you. So that's what you need to remember. The universe conspires to help you, okay? So release this idea that you're burdened, because you're not burdened, and the universe is conspiring to help you, and relieve that burden, okay? This shadow stuff. And, be willing to stay still for a minute and not run away from whatever it is. And let your guard down. Stop being so defensive, okay? And so also with that, the Five of Wands can indicate like a power struggle. in other decks, that's what, you know, it indicates sometimes. So does the Seven of Wands, I think, in other decks as well. But anyways, it's like a struggle. It's all about the struggle here. So, you know, the burden, the running away from the struggle, the being defensive over the struggle, and then this is like a negotiating thing over the struggle. So yeah, what I'm hearing for you guys is you really need to stop seeing it all as such a burden and a struggle. Okay, just let your guard down, let your defenses down, let the universe conspire to help you. Okay, be still long enough for it to happen. Okay, what breakthrough might you experience soon, so in the near future, to signal an abundance of higher wisdom? The Fool. Is this reversed? We can leave it reversed. Okay, it means the same thing no matter what, reversed or upright, I hear. The Fool. The reason it's reversed is because they want to show, again, this hand coming down. You know, it's almost the opposite of this card, right? But there's like the stars and the moon here lighting up. You know, there's even a moon there on, you know, on this finger. So it's this hand, you know, this, and I guess that represents the wisdom, the higher wisdom coming down and touching you. But the Fool, you will be fearless. You will be carefree. So you will have let go of this burdensome feeling, because the Fool is very fearless and carefree, right? The Fool is very open and not defensive, willing to be naive, willing to, you know, take risk and start a new adventure at any moment. And, you know, all of that stuff, that's what the Fool represents. So you will be like that Fool, and in a good way. You know, the Fool is not a bad thing. Some, you know, it kind of sounds bad when you say the Fool, but the Fool is a great thing to be, right? So, yeah, so you will feel lighthearted. You'll feel lighthearted. You won't feel defensive. You won't feel burdened. You won't feel like you have to run away from things, and you will allow the universe to conspire to help you. Okay? And I love the balance. Like, this hand is dark with some light in it. This hand is light, right? It's just, it's very cool. All right, so yeah, so to sum it up, to activate your higher wisdom, you need to let go of this idea that you're burdened by something. You need to let go of this need to run away from it, whatever it is, to run away from something. You need to let your defenses down, okay? You need to let the universe conspire to help you. And when you do all of this and you activate your higher wisdom, you will be fearless. You will be carefree. You will be lighthearted. And you will be, understand the hand that is helping you, the helping hand that is guiding you. This is the universal wisdom. You'll allow that hand to help. That's why they want me to leave it upside down. I wanted the meaning to remain as the upright meaning, but so you can see this hand reaching down to help you, right? Okay, that is your reading. I hope that makes sense for you guys. I'm going to move on to the third deck, which is the Wild Unknown deck with the black kyanite. Kyanite this is my blue kyanite up here. It is an amazing crystal for connecting with, communication and connecting with the angelic realms, and also balancing your chakras. So let's see what you can do to activate your higher wisdom. What my deck number 3s with this Wild Unknown deck wants to know about activating higher wisdom. All right, so do it like that. Okay, 2 more cards. Just top 2, okay. Top 2 or top 1? Gotta move these up here. top one. Okay, so we gotta get the last card. Okay, one more card. To them, for them, from them. Pile number 3. Complete the spread with the one more card. There we go, there's our card. All right. Put this over here. All right, so the first card is what is blocking you, your higher wisdom, and how can you manage that block? Okay. So the Ace of Cups, that's a beautiful, beautiful card, the Ace of Cups. So how is that, what is the message about blocking you? Okay, so here, allow yourself to receive. Allow your cup to be filled. Some people might see the Ace of Cups as being a selfish thing to do, to fill your cup first. But, yeah, okay, but this is what it's saying to me. So, yeah, fill your cup first. Allow your higher wisdom. So you don't believe that you can access your higher wisdom or receive your higher wisdom yourself. You believe you have to do it through others. That's what I'm hearing. You believe you have to, that they're not willing to pour it into your cup, but that you have to seek it from others, this higher wisdom, but allow your cup to be filled with your higher wisdom. That's what they're saying. Okay, believe it and allow it. So what action can you take to tap into your higher wisdom on a daily basis? Oh, the Daughter of Pentacles. Okay, this deck is very unique, so I'm hearing I need to go to the book for these cards. And I want to make sure, even for the first card, the Ace of Cups, I am being guided to look at it as well to make sure. Yep, so nothing's jumping out there, so we're going to leave that with my interpretation that I heard, which is, allow your cup to be full. Believe that your cup can be filled with higher wisdom. You don't have to seek it elsewhere from outside of yourself, that you can actually receive it yourself. Okay, so that's the block you need to remove, is the belief that you can't receive it yourself. Okay. And then how do you activate it on a daily basis, or tap into it on a daily basis, is the next card, right? What action can you take? So, okay, so I'm just reading about the Daughter of Pentacles within this card, this deck. It says responsible, kind, and supportive. So once again, though, what I'm getting intuitively for this card is that you're the kind of person that everybody relies on, okay? But they want you to, direct that inward to you. The kindness, the dependability, the ability to be compassionate toward others that you have. They want you to direct that inward toward you, okay? That's what they're saying with that card. Okay, when do you most naturally tap into your higher wisdom? All right, 3 of Pentacles. This is very much about the big picture, seeing the big picture. But this is when you're collaborating with others. This is about collaborating with others to move this mountain, to be successful, to, do whatever you need to do. So that's interesting. So that is why you feel that you need to draw from others. This is why you're so attracted to getting the higher wisdom from someone else versus yourself. This is why you're so attracted to supporting and helping others versus yourself, because you naturally tap into your higher wisdom when you're working with others. Okay, so that's interesting. But your block, because you're so successful in this way, your block is to understand that you can receive it yourself, okay? And you can support yourself, okay? Yeah, interesting. Okay, so how might you facilitate a steady and effortless flow of your higher wisdom? Reversed. Okay, again, I know what the Father of Cups represents in tarot usually. This book again, this deck again is slightly different, so they want me to go to the book and see what yeah. Okay. Okay. So I see. So how might you facilitate? Okay, so this is saying, because this card describes this deck describes the Father of Cups as having some deeply rooted insecurities. Okay. So because it's reversed, they're saying, yeah, believe in yourself, you know? So how might you facilitate steady and effortless flow of higher wisdom? By believing in yourself. By, like, this is reversed, so not having these insecurities. And again, this goes back to what I was saying with the other two cards, right? Because you're so successful when you work with others, you feel you need the others in order to access your higher wisdom. But you don't. You can receive it yourself, okay? And you can support yourself. It's fine to support others. You're very good at it, right? And that's why you're attracted to working with others and doing it with others to access your, it's easy to access your higher wisdom for others. But you can do it for yourself, you can do it with yourself, and you need to believe that, and you need to have instead of being insecure about that, be certain about that, so don't doubt yourself. You're capable of doing it all for yourself. It's great when you do it with others, that's wonderful, and you can continue doing it with others, but you can do it for yourself as well. Okay, so what breakthrough might you experience soon, so in the near future, to signal an abundance of higher wisdom? Wonderful. You're going to recognize the Empress that you are. The 3 again, which is big picture unity, right? The Empress can create the Empress is so creative, right? She's just amazing when it comes to creativity and all of that. So you will recognize the Empress within you. You will be the Empress. You will feel like you are the Empress. Because you can create for yourself, not just for others, when you tap into this higher wisdom. So so this makes sense, right? Because this working with others and supporting others brings about this mothering energy, right? It reminds me of this mothering energy. And most mothers do feel that bit of insecurity, right? That they need to mother others in order to, have value or to know what to, anyways, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with mother energy here. I'm not going to get into the details of it because I don't want to insult mothers because it's not meant that way. But yeah, you'll understand that you can mother yourself, okay? The Empress is the mother or the goddess of the tarot. Her energy encompasses all that is warm, fertile, creative, and sensual in the world. Her strength comes from being gentle and compassionate and loving without binding. When this card appears, it's pointing to either a maternal relationship in your life or the side of yourself that wants to love more. Okay? So this is the side of yourself that wants to love more. You'll want to love more. You'll want to love yourself more. Okay? You're great at loving others. You're great at supporting others. You're great at tapping into your higher wisdom to support and fill others' cups, right? But you can do this for yourself. You can do this for yourself. And when you're the Empress, you will do it for yourself. Okay? In another deck, it's the Queen of Cups and the Empress are the same card, but this deck is just the Empress. So this is you're doing it, you're creating for yourself, you're tapping into the higher wisdom for yourself, to create for yourself, to support yourself, to do all of this. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope it makes sense. I feel like it was a little disjointed, but I think you get the gist of it. All right. Okay. Final deck, which is the blue moon tarot deck and the amethyst crystal, which of course connects to the third eye chakra and intuition, which the blue moon tarot is all about intuition as well. So this is very much about intuition, and your higher wisdom is clearly connected to your intuition. So let's see what your activating your higher wisdom spread has to say. We need 2 more cards. Yeah, okay. All right, so the first card indicates what blocks you have to your higher wisdom and how we can manage those better. Oh, wow. So this card is the card of self-love, self-healing, and the Lover's card. So why is this a block to your higher wisdom? I need them to explain this to me. Why is this a block to your higher wisdom? This amazing love. Oh, because you're so focused on emotion. You're so focused on emotion that your emotions can pull you out of your higher wisdom. That's what I'm hearing. Your emotions are your block to your higher wisdom. So you need to come to a place of understanding your emotions and allowing your emotions, but also managing your emotions in a certain way, so that you can clear the blockage that it's creating to your higher wisdom. Okay, because when you're too emotional, the clarity is not there, is what I'm hearing. So the next card is how, there might be more on that, but we're going to move on to this card. What action can you take to tap into your higher wisdom on a daily basis? Make a wish upon the stars. Seek the truth. Seek whatever you want in the physical world. This is the 7 of Pentacles, which is a success card, and this is also, the Star card, which is the card of hope and wish fulfillment and wishing upon the stars and prayers and all of those things. So what I'm hearing here is, speak to the stars, like connect, pray, ask, whatever, wish, hope, do all those things to manifest what you want and what you desire in the physical world, because this is somehow going to tap you into your higher wisdom. So let's see what this card says. I hear they'll make more sense when they're all together. So when do you most naturally tap into your higher wisdom? Look at that. The Sun card. When you're shining your light. When you're shining your light. When you're moving forward. When you're completing phases and beginning phases. When you're fulfilling transformational phases in your life. When you're shining your light brightly. When you are basking in the sun, basking in the light here, that's when you're most tapped into your higher wisdom. So again, it's going to make more sense when we see it all together. How might you facilitate a steady and effortless flow of higher wisdom? Be hopeful. Be hopeful and curious. Be optimistic and curious. Embrace new adventures, new opportunities with a hopeful, optimistic, curious demeanor, with like this sunshiny demeanor. Okay, so yeah. So this is the this is how do you activate it on a daily basis, or what action can you take to tap into it on a daily basis. And then this is When do you most naturally tap into it? And this is how do you make it an effortless flow? And it all has to do with light and optimism and positivity, really. So I'm going to say that the block here is when your emotions cloud this light, this hope, this optimism, is when you're not activating your higher wisdom. When you are hopeful, when your light is shining and you can see the light shining, and when you're, embracing this optimism and positivity in your life, and you're focused on that, is when you access your higher wisdom the most. Okay, so what breakthrough might you experience soon to signal that you are in a place of abundance of higher wisdom? When you no longer fear past mistakes. Yeah, and this is the cups and the cups. So, okay. So when you no longer feel that you're going to make the same mistakes that you've made in the past, especially when it comes to on the emotional level, okay, and on the heart level, on the spiritual level, heart level, emotional level, when you are no longer fearful that you're going to repeat the same mistakes that you've made in the past that have caused you to experience grief and loss and sorrow, that's when you're going to be able to, that's when you know that you've you've activated your higher wisdom, because you won't be fearful any longer. Your emotions, you won't fear your emotions, you won't fear loss, you won't fear any of the negativity, right? You might still experience it, but you won't fear it, and it won't cloud you. It won't depress you the way that it has in the past, okay? You will be able to maintain this sunny, bright, light, optimistic, positive, faithful demeanor, okay? That is what you, when you're higher wisdom is activated, that's, you are this person, you're this loving, hopeful, wishing upon a star, shining brightly, optimistic and curious and welcoming human being. And that's what they want for you. So let go of this fear that you're going to make the same mistakes you've made in the past, quote unquote mistakes, right? Around love, around happiness, around spirituality, around emotional stuff. Just let it go. Okay? So that you can every day be hopeful and faithful. And you can every day be in this place that's your most natural state of higher wisdom, which is shining your light. Okay? And maintain the flow by being this curious, optimistic, positive person. All right? That's your reading. I hope it makes sense to you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.